Aloha. Good evening. This is AndrewAloha live out of Flagstaff, Arizona with SpiritualImageProductions on Twitch. So anyhow, I'm just doing this short little brief intro. I'm looking to start doing Ascension Practices, which I spelled incorrectly, but I have to, well, no, that's right. Anyhow, I'm looking to start doing Ascension Practices regularly every week. That's my intentions. I don't know how far it's going to get me, but that's besides the point. So I've got next week, well, officially next week, the Mercury retrograde ends, I believe, on Sunday or Monday of next, the 3rd, whatever the 3rd is. I think that may be on a Monday. It goes direct on the 3rd, and so I was thinking about doing a live stream today of Ascension Practices, but I decided to wait till next week. I'm waiting on getting a tripod for my phone, so I don't have to hold my phone. This is kind of a pain in the ass, but that's besides the point. So anyhow, if you want to do these practices with me, it'll take about an hour, at least an hour, but probably an hour and a half or so, if you want to do these with me, which will include meditations, a series of meditations, prayers, some self-reiki, some clearings, grounding, just a number of assortment of things that I do regularly, pretty much every day. These are and more. Some of the stuff that I'm going to show you is just the basic stuff that I would do in an ascension session, which is basically the same thing as ascension practices, but something that I guide and walk people through whenever they're ready. So right now I'm offering an ascension session for free. If you want to do one with me, get a hold of me, DM me or something, and then we'll work on doing an ascension practice. Now the second part of the ascension intuition session is that I do an ascension intuition as part of the process, so that you can clear up some sometimes it's deep-seated stuff. The last time I did an ascension intuition session, it turned out that this woman was a slave from a prior life, and so that had been blocking her from, I don't know, moving on forward with a number of things. Usually it's relationship things and whatever, but it had been blocking her from moving forward in whatever capacity that may have been at the time. So I don't always know exactly the details. I just know the generalities a lot of times, and then but later on the person that I do the ascension intuition session with will come back and move forward, or tell me that they move forward with whatever's going on. So in fact, I was just thinking about a woman today, and I was just guided and provided with the information that she's now doing better now than she probably has ever in her life. She was literally homeless. She was having problems with a husband of hers and all kinds of stuff. She actually relocated from Tucson to Washington State, I believe. And I haven't talked to her in a while, but I was given the information that she's doing much better, which I'm happy to hear about. But that's what. But it's like that. Though you may have problems with a relationship with a brother or sister or mother or dad or whatever, and we just go in and clear up whatever we can inside an hour. It's literally a 2-hour session, and we do ascension practices for the first part, and then we'll do an ascension intuition session, ascension intuition for the second part, and clear up some of the nasty stuff that you've been dealing with that needs to be taken out of your way so you can move forward. So it's like that. Again, if you wanna do a complimentary session with me, just get a hold of me and we can talk about that. So and again, my intention is to do Ascension Practices, not the Ascension into. Eventually, I'll be doing Ascension Intuitions sessions as well. The whole part of it, but I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, because a lot of it will have to be privatized because people want their information out there to the public. But there'll be different things that I'll still be able to do intuition sessions on, concerning the world, the planet, I don't know, all kinds of things. Last weekend or the weekend before last, there was a big fire out in Northern California, and I think the fire burnt out, and I think it's still burning, but it's really well contained right now compared to what it was just last week or the week before. And I did an Ascension Intuition. I did some clearing around that, and literally, I kid you not, the next day or the following day, within 2 days, it started raining there for about 5 or 6 days, and now the fire is really well contained. My sister was evacuated from there, and now she's back home. Hopefully she's doing better now. She was actually sick, and probably because of all the smoke and all the rain, but hopefully now she's doing back much better. She literally had to take 5 days off for work because of that. So anyhow, it's like that. The clearings can be very powerful. They can be from other lifetimes, future lifetimes, and present lifetimes, of course. And then we can, and if you do the whole course, eventually we'll go into, it's called the AscendedCitizen Journey, which is a whole course, a 10-week course, where we actually go in and work on manifesting stuff, not just clearing stuff that's gnawing at you, but manifesting things that you want in your life. And I talk about some of the stuff in my book, AndrewAloha's Paranormal Experiences, where I've done some clearings and stuff, and miraculous things have occurred. So it's just amazing. Just some of the simple stuff. Maybe you're having a relationship with your wife or husband, and you just want to get along. You've been married for 30 years, 40 years, and you just want to get along again with each other. So you can work on those levels. I compare this to taking a whole, or doing a whole therapy session with psychiatrists and psychologists. I think it works what's the word I want to say? I think it's that powerful. It has the ability and capability to work on that level. So it's really, really powerful stuff. Again, we probably won't get into some of that stuff unless you want to do a private session with me, or again, complimentary, or if you want to do the whole course, then we can go more into that. But in the meantime, I'm just giving you the heads up. I don't know that I'm going to be able to start next weekend. I want to do this on Saturday afternoons, maybe Fridays. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, right? So I'm looking to start maybe next weekend. Probably the weekend after that is my guess. That's when I really want to start focusing on doing these sessions for your benefit. I do these every day pretty much on my own, right? So these are for your benefit. If y'all want to take advantage of this, then you can taste it and feel it and work with it and see how you like it. And if you really like it, then eventually you'll know how to do them on your own by yourself. But in the meantime, I'll just be doing these regularly, which is what I really want to do these regularly on Saturday or Sunday, and so y'all can walk in, and even though you don't remember everything, you'll still be able to follow along, and then by the end of the session, or the practice, I should say, you should feel a lot more confident. If anything else, relaxed. At the very minimum, you'll feel relaxed to some level or another, much more relaxed than before you started. I'm sure of it, because that's what I usually get. Sometimes people will feel all kinds of sensations. They'll have visions, all kinds of stuff, paranormal stuff that will happen as part of the process. But it won't. Most of it, probably all of it, any experience that you'll have that's paranormal probably won't surprise me, because I've heard it all for the most part. So it'll be like that. So anyhow, you can check back next week. You traveled back in time. Vligard, that's a good point. I've seen some videos on time travel people, and there's some congruencies that they've all said that have happened as part of their travels into the future, mostly into the future. Says 27 August. I don't understand what you mean by says 27 August 2022. Again, I have watched some videos on time travelers, and maybe we can bring you in for an interview if you're interested in something like that, or just talk, or we can just privately talk about that if you want. But your title of the stream. Oh, what? How did that happen? I don't know. Well, thanks for letting me know that, but it's supposed to say 24 September 2022. Oh, you're saying that I traveled back in time, and we all did. Well, you're funny, haha. I'm laughing, but that's besides the point. So anyhow, no, I have watched some videos on time travel, and there's been some interesting stuff that they put out, and even now, like I've said before, even though, let's say you, Vligard, I don't know how you say your name, but I apologize if I mispronounce it. But even if you have gone into the future, let's say to 3023, 1,000 years from now, it doesn't mean, because of parallel universes, parallel time travel, it doesn't mean that all of us will experience the exact same experiences that you did when you traveled to 3023. So even though there will be a lot of similarities, in fact, a lot of exact similarities, I believe 100% that those similarities won't be exactly like all the way through. And maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't have any way of having that confirmed, but that's what I believe. And I don't know how it is that this is saying 27 August. That's probably last time I did a video, or here on Twitch, or I think, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks ago I did a video, and then before that I had been a while since I did a video, and I believe that time frame was 27 August 2022. So now you can revisit 27 August 2022 and repeat everything for the last month or whatever. Okay, there you go. How do you like those apples, huh? That's besides the point. Anyhow, and thanks for stopping by, Vligard. I appreciate it. Again, I may just do a short video on next weekend, in preparation for starting to do the Ascension practice. I'm literally waiting for my tripod to get here, so I don't have to hold my phone, and I can just do the practices without holding anything. It'll be a whole lot easier. and then go from there. But meantime, you can check back. I'm not making any promises with to anybody. You can check back. Oh, hang on. I'm not making any promises to anybody, but you can check back here next weekend. Again, Friday or Saturday. I'm more leaning towards wanting to do stuff on Saturday, but I'm just going with the flow and see how it goes. Thanks for stopping by. Have a God-Goddess weekend. Be the love that you are, always have been, and always will be. Aloha.